I bet that's slippery, that green grass through a goose.
Mm,
How
I like
is
that.
everybody?
Hi.
Hi, Julianne. Hi, Dan. Hi, Beth. Hi, Mary. Hey, Dan. You know your way up.
That's right. Hope everyone's having a great evening.
I trust you've had a lovely week, except for
Yes,
the
yes,
weather.
yes,
Except for the weather.
Yeah, that
yes.
weather's been, yeah,
Mm.
that weather's been pretty rough. It
Yeah,
just,
but for me at least, it's over with. I know it's not for a lot of folks, and I know a lot of people. I mean, goodness, already hundreds of thousands of folks are already without electricity. So
Yep.
oh yeah,
it's going to be a bit before they can get it back.
yes, and bless those who've lost their lives and were injured.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Hi, Suzanne.
So I want to say hello to Suzanne and Mary and Elizabeth, Daniel. As Froggy said, you know your way up. There's our Julianne. How are you?
There he is.
There he
Hi.
is. Hi.
Hi.
Well, you are a sister, and you do live in the southern part of England. I'm just
That's
saying.
right. So that
Right.
counts.
I guess that still counts.
That's right. It does.
It counts for me.
What are you drinking?
A liquid.
Is it alcohol?
Let's get this party started.
Oh, hang on then. We've all got.
Oh, wait, look, you're looking at Sherry's. There we go.
Partners in
Well,
wine.
I guess I'm the only party pooper here because I have Arizona raspberry green tea. So
Yeah, or so you say.
I can go
We
bring
just
you the
don't
bottle.
hide ours. We just don't hide ours. We put it all out in front.
I'm not posh enough to have a posh glass, so I'm drinking out the can.
Oh,
Oh, oh, Dan, this is plastic.
Hey, it doesn't matter if it's plastic. Oh, I do have a glass actually. Hang on.
It's still so
Ah,
cool looking, though. I love the
I
glass.
I know it is super
I like
cute.
that.
It is.
What
Hi,
Julianne
Amy.
says she has spiced chai tea, and
Oh,
Amy. Is it
Amy,
5 o'clock, Amy?
You got
I
yourself
just
your little glass?
I just like a fun cup. So
Mm-hmm.
you
Yep.
know, and if something happened to it, I wouldn't cry over it. Didn't cost much.
Right.
When I
I
tell
would
you where it's
It had.
from,
Well, I was going to tell you that I happened to see that one, but there was also a couple of other ones that didn't. Does yours have a stem? Yours has a stem. Okay. Now, where I saw mine, there was only one that had a stem. All the rest of them were like Sherry
yeah,
Kay. Mm-hmm.
yes, it's from the Dollar Tree, guys.
Yeah.
I would cry if mine got broke because Leslie
I,
gave that to me.
I was going to say, I bet you would. Hello there,
Oh,
Dory.
my darling Dory.
A long time no see.
I was going to say, it's been a minute, sweetheart. I hope you're doing
Wow.
well.
How are you doing, Dory?
She's just drinking a nice coffee right now.
Oh,
Oh,
throwing a little
Wisdom for health.
Bailey's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Throwing a little Bailey's. That'll be good. Little Bailey's never hurt anybody.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't drink Baileys.
Mm-mm. Have all
Oh,
your little chicks gone home, Amy? Well, awesome. You're
wonderful.
making some squares. Are you making granny squares or just some squares, Dory?
Just sit back, relax, and listen.
That's right. We'll keep you up with what's going on in the chat.
I was going to do some crochet, but then Maureen kind of ordered me up here, so
You can sit back and crochet.
I can't talk and crochet at the same time. I need complete silence when I'm crocheting.
Oh my.
Well, we were talking this morning and couldn't count.
Exactly.
Couldn't
I
go.
love it when I'm in Zoom with Maureen and I'm like, "What are you working on, Maureen?" She's like, 1, 2.
Well, that kind of leads right into our topic for today.
Yes.
There you go.
Pet peeves with crochet and or knitting.
Yes.
Crafting in for any type of
I hate it when someone's talking to me. I honestly hate it because I'm like, I need silence. Especially if I'm doing amigurumi.
Oh, for Billy to keep her busy. Awesome. The kids are gone. They've been gone for an hour.
Wow, you got rid of them early today, Amy.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know, pet peeves like when you're counting and someone interrupts you. Pet peeve.
Can't you?
One.
Well, let me tell you guys, I did Google it when Froggy said, let's talk about this tonight. And do you know what the number one pet peeve in knitters, loomers, crafters, it doesn't matter who it is, if you're working with yarn or thread, you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
Someone talking to you while you're counting. That is the number one pet peeve.
And do you know what? Ash is the worst for it, especially, and I'm like it during a movie as well. If I'm watching a movie, I need silence, no talking.
Mm-hmm.
And Ash
Oh.
is the worst for it.
Well, Frizzy Bee says yarn barb and tangled yarn. She can't
Yes.
deal.
Mm-hmm.
Amy says, ha ha ha. Yes, I did. Amy also says, I have dinner in the oven and have my legs up. Wonderful.
Oh, girlfriend.
My number one pet peeve, it's not the counting because I can go back and count it. When you get yarn and you're working with the yarn and you're crocheting or you're knitting, and all of a sudden here comes a knot in the middle of the skein.
Mm-hmm.
See, that doesn't bother me. If I'm using like thick yarn, it doesn't bother me so much. But
Oh,
thin yarn, yeah.
No, it bothers me every time.
it bothers me. Now, I can deal with one. But when I've done that one and I've dealt with it, and then I'm going, and then here's another one. Especially if you're working with this kind of yarn.
Oh, yeah.
The colors don't match up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'll make me madder than a hornet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Amy will be doing some tatting tonight. And Dory likes yarn bark. It's the challenge to untangle it.
Dory,
And
you're like my oldest daughter. Y'all are both crazy.
that said, when one of my dogs gets tangled in my yarn and takes off across the room. Dory also says, I love to frog. I will frog without hesitation. I will frog without a second thought. I love to frog. It's part of the process.
Well, I don't love to frog, but I will frog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, Elizabeth,
I don't hesitate to do it.
thank goodness I'm not at home because we have 2 cats. And one of my pet peeves is no matter how well you try to cover up your yarn that you're working with or, you know, put it up where you think they're not going to get to it. Yeah, they come along, snatch your ball or skein, and they're worse than a dog. They really are.
Frizzy Bee says, I get meaning yarn barb. I give mine to my mom because she likes the yarn barb and untangling yarn too. Dory said she's crazy. I don't think you're crazy. Some people find it meditative to untangle yarn.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I have a skein of very tangled yarn that I'm going to send to a friend of mine. If it wasn't hand dyed, I wouldn't worry about it, but it's hand dyed.
Oh,
So who are you
goodness,
sending it
yeah.
I'm sending it to Sherry Kay.
to?
All right.
It's beautiful hand dyed, and I need it untangled. And
Hi, Laura.
Hi, Laura.
Hi,
I don't
Laura.
have the visual acuity
Mm-hmm.
to undo it.
Right. And see, for me, I don't have the patience. I just, now if it's a little one, I can get it done. But when it comes out in a big old wad like this and I get to try to pull from one end, the other, and then it gets so far and it just really tightens up on you. Oh.
Now, if I could see, I'd do it myself. I just don't have the visual acuity to do it, and my hubby doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah, I
distressing.
don't mind untangling yarn. Most of my tangled yarn goes to my husband.
Well, that's why I'm sending it to Sherry.
So let's face it, it's not going to Sherry Kay, it's going to Sherry Kay's husband.
That's right.
True. That's true.
Well, I'll start getting it, but when I get irritated,
Frustrated.
babe, can you do this?
Uh-huh.
But you may look at it and be able to do it right away.
Right.
I cannot. Your youngest daughter fixes yours, Beth says. Wonderful. I'm really glad. I just have a horrible time with it.
Mm-hmm.
See,
not seeing.
another bugbear of mine, right, and this frustrates me every time, and it's to do with yarn companies, not with yarn. When they put the end in a place you can't find it.
Yes.
Yes,
What did I say earlier?
you did. You said the center pole.
Yep.
Especially if they're going to cake it up,
Right.
give me a tab to pull. Oh, that little fly is going to drive me crazy. A little tab to pull for a center pull.
Right.
Don't make me pull out half the cake of yarn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing ticks me off more than that.
Because in
Right.
the UK, we tend to work from the outside. We don't
Right.
work from the inside. So, and I had this with a skein of yarn I got the other day, and it wasn't even a dark color. I think it was like a light brown, and I couldn't find the end anywhere.
Oh,
And I was
hate
just
Inside or out?
yarn.
Inside or out?
Mm-mm.
Oh my word.
Redheart used to be really good about having it marked.
Yes.
it is marked.
Yeah, but there was a time where there was no
Yeah.
marks on their yarn.
That's right. There was a time where they did not have the label on there.
Yep.
I think this is the scheme that doesn't have it. It's not marked.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they don't mark
Hey,
them anymore.
Wendy.
There's our Granny D. How are you, sweetheart?
Greenie D, we really appreciate you, and we appreciate all you do for us by sending your little squirrels over here and rating us as much as you do. Greenie D, this is for you. Yeah,
And I
this
want
one.
to say,
Oh no, it
one of
does. It does. It's a little tiny
Mhm.
scheme with the pull
Yep.
thing.
Yeah. I want to say one other thing about Granny D while she's in here. You know, she is really great about if she knows who's coming on after her to, give people options as who's going where.
Yes.
But she always seems to be in the know of who needs prayers, who is, struggling or something, who to give a
Oh,
shout
yeah.
out to. I mean, Granny D, I tell you what, sweetheart, you are like information central. And I just love you for that. And all I got to say is thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Greenie D. We love you.
Somebody told me once that when you can't find which end on a skein is the center pull, to take your skein, and just like bump it like this,
Okay.
squish it towards the middle.
I've heard
And
that too.
I've tried that a couple of times, and evidently I'm not bumping or squeezing hard enough because it doesn't work for me.
I have tried that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the yarn. It really does.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Greenie D, we're talking about pet peeves with crocheting and or knitting.
So if you have any, go ahead and drop them down there.
Yeah, tell us what y'all's pet peeves are when it comes to crocheting and knitting, whether it's yarn, notions, hooks, needles, patterns, whatever your pet peeves are. I have a pet peeve. Go ahead.
No,
Maureen.
Julianne said she thought I was going to say that, when I can't get it to work, that I just chuck it out the window. That's what I many times have thought about doing whenever I have a yarn barf.
Mhm.
One
Yep.
of my main pet peeves. You buy a pattern. You start said pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and you frog it, and you start it again,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just not coming out, and you know it's not you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you'll talk to other people, and they'll start doing it and get stuck in the same spot.
Yep.
Yeah, because the pattern's not well written.
Mm-hmm.
You know what,
Hmm? Or
Froggy? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
it's okay.
Sorry. You know that book we were talking about that I got with the story in it?
Hmm.
That has the exact same issue in it. I've tried and I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and it's not coming out right, and I don't get how. But the pattern's written bad.
The fairy tale amigurumi book with Puss in Boots in it. That had the worst patterns that we ever dealt with.
Mm-hmm.
Unplied yarn. Oh yeah. Yarn barb and unplied yarn. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Here, yeah.
No, this is the pattern I'm talking about.
That pattern is awful.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I wrote to the author of the patterns too.
It's missing
The fairy
something.
tale.
Missing something somewhere.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote about the fairy tale amigurumi patterns.
Mm-hmm.
Never heard
Yeah.
that. That's the worst, is getting ghosted by the designer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful. I didn't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when a pattern's written that badly that no one can make it make sense.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times they won't even go have them tested. You need to
Yeah.
have your patterns tested by other people,
Mm-hmm.
not just yourself, but another person, because they're going to pick up on something that you didn't see, and it makes a difference. I mean, Green Maureen and I test each other's, but I pick up on stuff that she doesn't see. She definitely picks up on me. But I mean, even if it's a small typo, you still can pick stuff up, and it makes a difference. Dory says I used tutorials mostly. Some people, I just don't understand what they're talking about with the pattern.
Right.
That's a big pet
I,
peeve.
I do not like using YouTube for patterns.
See, I hate tutorials. I can't stand them.
They are, no matter how fast or slow they are,
Oh, bless you, Granny D. We love you.
slow to. It's just irritating for me to sit there and watch a tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
I learned by the written pattern,
Right.
and I'll tell you, it has been hell since YouTube came out,
Yeah.
because the patterns are not tested for the most
Yeah.
part.
Oh, welcome back, Laura. I'm sorry your power went out, hon.
Hey, Julianne, I have the written pattern, remember?
Yeah. Amy says with tatting, a knot in the thread means you have to cut it and take some out until you get to a place that you can tie it on to continue.
Yeah.
That would be very frustrating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Daniel, I can watch a minute. It doesn't matter what language. I just watch what they're doing. Like some people don't listen to what they say. I see that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I'm going to hang with you, Frizzy B.
I do another language video. I turn off the sound because it's just music.
Yeah.
Watch
Mhm.
what they're doing, and then they say
Right.
continue pattern as they're still doing it, but then they do a different stitch
Yeah.
as they're doing it, and they're not putting it in their
Their pattern.
Patterns.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is very frustrating.
Granny D, I want to get caught up here real quick. Who has a guide for all of the YouTube channels when they go live?
Madonna used to.
Yeah, I was going to say Madonna used to.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest,
Dory.
I wouldn't be surprised if Granny D's got one herself, to be honest with you.
Dory said that reminds me why I don't do chatting.
Oh man, that is one craft I would love to learn to do, but I don't think I'll ever make it.
I'd love to learn to do that. That would be wonderful to learn to do.
Yeah.
Other pet peeves and stuff. When they don't tell you if it's UK or US.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
they're very,
Oh, nice.
Thank you,
Oh,
Granny D.
Granny
Thank
D.
you.
because
not
wasn't wasn't it you, Froggy, that you were doing a pattern and it didn't say if it was UK or US, and you did it
Yes.
in US automatically, and it turned out completely wrong.
UK terms.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was very frustrating. They need to list on whether it's UK or US terms.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Especially, with what is that website we all go to?
Ravelry or Etsy.
Ravelry.
Yes.
Ravelry's a good one for that.
Yeah,
Yes.
but they never listed it. I was very frustrated. Where I think I purchased it on Etsy. It never said on the listing, and nor did it say on the pattern. And it was only when I was working it up that I figured it out on my own. And I remember complaining to him.
Another tip,
Didn't know.
when you're working on a pattern, you want to do this pattern, and they don't give you the weight of the yarn.
Yeah.
Then they'll give you the name, and if it's something you've never heard of, you have to go research the yarn to see what the weight is.
Yeah.
Oh, how about they don't give you the meters or yardage?
Yes.
They give you grams.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
Because I was looking at a pattern today, I was like, I really want to do this, but I don't want to do it in the yarn that they did it in.
Right.
Mhm.
So I need to know the yardage, and I couldn't be bothered to Google the yarn and do all this. I was stood in the yarn shop at the time. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. It's a lot of work to figure it out.
Yes, it is.
You shouldn't have to do it. It should be already there.
Right.
But they
Because
don't do that.
Because obviously Froggy saw me because I was in the yarn shop with Froggy. And I was like, I want to do this amigurumi Pudsey Bear. If you don't know who Pudsey Bear is, Google Pudsey Bear.
Yeah.
And it told me how many balls of a certain yarn they use. And I'm like, but that yarn could have a completely different yardage to the yarn I want to use.
Right.
But I'm not going to stand here and Google it. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
No, but it was very frustrating for me and for him.
So I was like, I don't know how much yarn I need to get. So I got more just in case.
Right.
Just in case I needed it.
Always err on more.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because you can use it for something else, but it is very frustrating. I find it mostly in foreign patterns, and I don't mean the UK. I mean Russian,
Yes.
Japanese patterns, things like that, where they just give you the grams.
Right.
But that doesn't tell me much because you're using a yarn that I have never heard of.
Right.
And half the time when I Google it, I can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what to use. So I have to guess.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That said,
Yep.
yes, I bought a pattern last month for a beautiful throw that I was making for my daughter's birthday. No stitch counts, had 2 types of squares, and they forgot a row on one. They forgot a row on one.
One.
I think she means on one of the sides. Yeah.
Dory,
Oh,
you
take
have
care, Dory.
great-
How's
we
you?
love you.
Bye, Dory.
Have a great time, Dory. Thank you for visiting with
yourself.
us. Yes.
Yeah, not having proper stitch counts, or they have stitch counts and they're wrong.
Yes.
She says, y'all keep talking. The cats will love you.
Oh, thank you, Dory. I
Thank
mean,
you, Dory.
that's kind of frustrating when the
Right.
stitch counts are off. Now, I'm not mad that the designer had the wrong stitch counts.
Right.
I'm aggravated because they didn't send it to a tester
Yes.
to correct the stitch count.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A tester would have corrected the stitch count and it would have been fine. Hi, Nammy, my darling.
Hello, Nammy. How are you doing?
Nammy, we're talking about things that aggravate us when we're crocheting or knitting, whether it's yarn, hooks, needles, or notions or
Patterns.
anything, patterns, whatever.
Mhm.
They completely left off a row. I had to add it so that the squares would be the same size.
Wow. Mm.
Yes. And here's one that aggravates me. Okay. When I bought a bunch of tape measures,
Mm-hmm.
nowhere in the listing did it show me the color of the print of the tape measure.
Okay.
And I know you guys don't understand, but for me, being visually impaired, it makes a difference.
Right.
This tape measure is printed in red.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I need one that's more high contrast, black and white. This is not high.
Oh, gotcha.
And nowhere on that listing did it show the color of the print.
Right.
Okay, I get you now.
So I got stuck with a red one. It's cheaper, I guess, cheaper to print.
Right.
But I prefer the black and white or the yellow with black printing.
Mm-hmm.
The red's hard for me to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I am getting wet. It's raining really bad over here, Dory. Oh, it's only drizzling there. We have high winds too.
Mm.
I hope you don't have any flooding, Dory. But yeah, that aggravates me. Tape measures should just be printed clearly.
Right.
High contrast for people.
Mm-hmm.
So that aggravates me. Just little things like that can bug me.
See, one thing that bugs me too is I bought a pattern today, and I was like, "Where's the materials you need?" Because obviously, usually they're at the beginning of the pattern.
Right.
I was like, "Where's the materials? Like, I can't see them." Like,
Mhm.
they were right at the end of the pattern,
Well, how weird.
and I was
That's
like,
weird.
"Why have they put it on the back, right at the bottom?" I'm like, I'm not going to instantly look there. I'm going to look at the first page.
Right.
That's
That's
weird.
crazy. I've never
Yeah.
heard of that before.
It must be a UK thing.
That's strange. Or they do a specialty stitch in the pattern and they don't tell you how to do it.
Right.
And that's
And
one
yet-
thing I'll give Maureen on her patterns. If she puts a specialty stitch in there, she'll explain at the beginning how to do that stitch. So
Right.
you haven't got to go and look it up yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they say on the written pattern, they give you the name of the stitch and then they give you a link of where to go to look at it. Well, that's fine and good, but what if you've printed it off and you're in the car or you're somewhere where you're not to a computer or anything, to pull it up so that you can click that link. And I understand all of the hype and the trend right now with QR codes.
Yeah.
But this girl here is still very old fashioned.
Yes.
I want you to tell me, write it out for me, what it is it's supposed to look like, how many loops, how many times it's supposed to wrap, whatever it is, it needs to be in the pattern. whether it's digital or you're going to print it off or
Yeah,
it's in a book.
The
it's very
glossary
frustrating.
is on the last page of this. Last
It
page.
needs to be in the beginning.
No,
Yeah.
no. Back up.
Beth says, but the throw pattern had the most beautiful photos. They should have chosen photography, not pattern making. It's called the honey milk throw.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
I
Yes.
don't care how good your photography is. I just want your pattern writing to be
Right.
exemplary.
yeah. Debbie G said that has happened to me too, Daniel, in a 35-page pattern. Oh my word.
It's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And it was for the Pudsey Bear too. And I was like, I just want to know what you used. That's it.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. The other thing that bug I have a lot of things that bug me.
Mm.
Is if you use a Susan Bates 5.0 millimeter,
Yes.
you can't switch up and use a Clover 5.0 millimeter.
No. No.
You have to stick with the hook you started with.
Right.
And that bothers me.
Well, that gets all into this little area that a lot of people don't like to talk about, and that's gauge swatching.
It's standardization. They can't have a standard in the industry.
Right.
No.
And that's irritating. If you're, whether it be inline or whatever the other one is,
Taper.
tapered, it still should have the same gauge all the way around to be a 5.0, a 5.5. Everyone that makes crochet
Yeah.
hooks, or their resin, they have micrometers.
Mm-hmm.
They ought to be using the micrometers and make sure that every hook is the exact of what it needs to be.
Exactly.
Just like when they put letters on them in America, all G hooks should be the same millimeters.
Yeah.
No.
All G plus should be the same millimeters.
Yep.
All L hooks should be the same, but they're not.
No.
The thing is, I think the problem is a lot of people only tend to have one set of hooks unless they're avid crocheters like us
Yeah.
and have multiples of the same hook.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really frustrating.
Yes, Debbie.
Especially
They're
if you
all
only
those
do have
standards.
one of that hook. And you've already got it on a project and you're like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you've got to
there's
then get through your
standards.
project.
There needs to
Yeah.
be standards.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's very frustrating. It really is frustrating. And like your stitch markers, they need to be made so that when you use them, they don't constantly snap. Those diaper
Snap.
pin ones.
Diaper ones, yes.
Snap 3 this morning.
Mm-hmm.
They constantly snap.
Right.
Is it the ones I'm buying? I have the thing right here. I know it's right here. It'll bite me in a minute. They constantly snap. There you go.
Yeah.
That's one.
Yep.
But they shouldn't constantly snap. That's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I decided, instead of them just sitting here looking pretty, that I was using
Oh,
The pretty ones, yeah. I use my pretty ones too. I'm when I'm doing amigurumi and I'm going around, I always use a piece of yarn.
right.
But yeah, there needs to be some standardization.
I never got into using the piece of yarn. I always mess it up.
Oh, you just flip it back and forth.
I just flip back and forth. Yeah, I do.
I forget to flip back and forth. And
Well, for a long time, I'm not kidding you guys, my granny, she used whatever she had on hand. And for a long time, I didn't know there was such a thing as stitch markers. I always used bobby pins.
Bobby pin.
That was my stitch marker. Yeah, bobby pin.
Yeah, in a pinch, Froggy's always got bobby pins.
Mm-hmm.
They are very, very helpful.
Oh shoot, yeah, man.
Oh my gosh, I can't begin to tell you.
I just got a message that my friend Renee that went to the Fiber Festival is watching.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Renee.
Oh, good.
Shout out to Renee.
Tell her to type her name in the chat so we'll know she's here.
I did.
Oh, good.
Oh. Yes, I saw that beautiful alpaca you got.
Yeah, they saw your alpaca.
That's nice. But yeah. But what are some of the pet peeves you guys have about different stuff? You'd think there wouldn't have to be so many different dialogues. I mean,
I know.
In this day and age, you wouldn't think there needed to be dialogues.
The only thing dye lots for hand dyed.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about big box yarns.
Big box stores.
People that know about hand-dyed yarn know that every skein pretty much going to be
every skin's
different anyway. So, because there's no way to get every skin exactly the same unless you have a machine that does it for you.
Right.
Well, that's done by hand, and I get that. But the big box store yarn, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be able to be standardized.
Well,
I mean,
as y'all know, I went into Hobby Lobby the other day, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend $16.99 on their supposed hand-dyed yarn.
yeah.
No, it's not hand-dyed.
See, I tried Hobby Lobby's hand-dyed yarn, and to be honest, I'm not that impressed with it.
I wasn't either.
Because I think Froggy sent me some, and I was like,
I did, and I wasn't impressed with it either.
It's very splitty.
Hey, Steve, multiple knots in a yarn ball. That changes the color sequence. Steve, that's my number one pet peeve.
Yep.
It is. But I was also thinking, oh, no, never mind.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Hobby Lobby's commercial yarn, but their hand-dyed, I was just like, no.
I do like their commercial yarn, but they don't come out with Halloween yarn or Christmas yarn.
No.
Nothing changes. It's always the same. It's stagnant. And I hate that.
Yeah.
I wish they did something for the holidays.
Yeah.
With their yarn, but they don't.
Right.
They haven't done another advent, except for the first one. No other one.
We did an advent.
There's Renee. Hello, Renee. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for saying hey. I mean, it'd be nice if they did some more stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, to keep it in.
Add new colors or combinations or something. Yes.
You know.
Obviously, I don't get Hobby Lobby here, so.
It's great that they have their standby stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
But update it. Update your Halloween, Christmas. You know, Easter yarns. You know, there's more than just pale colors. Bring out the vibrant.
Right. I think the worst thing now this is my opinion, okay? So Hobby Lobby, if you're listening, you know, I think the worst thing they ever did was discontinue a lot of the yarns that they carried.
Yes.
Because they gave those other yarn brands that they carried filled the niche that their own in-house yarn doesn't do. So
yes.
Yeah.
What update of Halloween?
Yeah, so honestly, the only time I go there, honestly, is if I want to look at decor
Mm-hmm.
or clearance.
Right.
That's it. I just don't feel a need to go because I know what they got.
Right.
You know, the last time I was in Hobby Lobby, I was with you,
Yep, with Coco.
and I've been home since the 22nd of July.
See, I'm a sucker for holiday yarn.
Oh, me too. Oh,
Any
yeah.
holiday, I don't care what it is. I don't care if I don't celebrate it. I'm a sucker for holiday yarn.
Love
Mhm.
holiday yarn.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a nice surprise. It's only available at that time of year.
Mhm.
That's why I'm crazy for it. I
Right.
like that.
I'm not too fussed about the UK brands of holiday yarn because they just tend to re-release the same stuff every year.
Well,
Oh.
so does Hobie.
And I'm just like, the only company that doesn't is not Starcraft. West Yorkshire Spinners. They release a brand new
They have
colour.
some beautiful colors.
Now their holiday colours
Beautiful
are
colours.
amazing. I love their holiday colours.
Yes.
But that's very expensive.
It is.
But it's only out for a limited time. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you know.
The problem with West Yorkshire Spinners is it's expensive anyway.
Right.
So
Yep.
it's bringing out that specialty yarn makes it that even more expensive.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, I'm paying this for a commercial yarn. Like, I love West Yorkshire Spinners, and usually that would be my go-to yarn, but I don't have anything special that I'd want to make with it.
Mm-hmm.
Make it worth it.
Not right now, anyway.
But they don't come out of Halloween yarn. It's very rare. I think I've only seen one UK company do Halloween yarn.
I find that strange.
And I showed Froggy it today, and all it is orange and black.
That's it. Just orange and black. It's very sad.
Wow.
They're
I don't
missing their own niche.
Yeah.
I love
Just
Halloween yarn. You can do so many colors. You can work with the oranges, the lime greens, the purples, the blacks, reds.
I've seen it. I've seen it at the fiber festivals.
And some of them are just downright beautiful.
Yeah. But
I don't like when companies do advents. I think they overprice the advents.
Mm.
And they do a limited number.
Yeah.
I think
And I don't like
in terms of advents, it's the same thing when you go into a florist and say wedding.
Yeah.
As soon as you say the word wedding, it's like price is triple the amount.
Mm-hmm.
it is. It is. I only have one Christmas advent this year. And it's a Wooble and it's 12 days. All my advents are Halloween.
I'm not getting a yarn advent calendar. I was a bit disappointed with the last one I got.
I just didn't see much that I wanted.
see, I don't
Mhm.
buy advents because
I like them.
Lacey.
Yes.
I just couldn't find one that I wanted. It's kind of sad.
I've seen quite a few, but it's just they're so pricey,
They
Yeah.
are.
and I'm just like upfront price.
About the only one I was interested in was over $300. And I wasn't paying that.
Wow.
That was too much money. The yarn was not worth that.
He would not let me. Nope.
The yarn wasn't worth that. You're going to
No.
throw in some extra goodies. What are you throwing in? Stitch markers and what, candy and maybe a bag?
Maybe.
That's not worth $300.
No.
I was burnt, just
Yeah.
yeah. If I don't like the theme, I'm not buying it.
Right.
So
See?
Renee, tell us what your pet peeves are with yarn.
Yarn patterns, crochet hooks, notions, any of that. We love to hear the pet peeves. Because
Hooks that don't have the its size embossed, engraved, whatever.
yes.
You know, it
If you
either the
can't
sticker
see
falls
it.
off or it rubs off. You know, it's not stamped in there.
If you can't easily read the size on the hook, what's the sense?
I know.
Yeah.
I
I
know
shouldn't-
there's gadgets out there that you can take your hook and stick it in there and find out which one it is. But I shouldn't have to go out and buy an extra gadget that's going to tell me what size my hook is. It
That's
should be.
the point.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have to do that with my crochet hook.
I got a beautiful set of rosewood crochet hooks that Chris
Nice.
got me for Christmas one year. It's been 9 years.
Mhm.
I
Wow.
have rubbed the paint off,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what size they are.
With my Odysseys, the little sticker on the bottom
Yep.
on a lot of them, I either couldn't see it or if it was coming off.
Right.
So I had to order these stickers from Etsy.
But
to
see,
be
you
able to
shouldn't have
tell.
to do that.
You shouldn't have to add money to something you've already spent.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying
I
I
know.
had to do that, and I should not have had to do that for the price of this hook. It should be engraved,
That's right.
Exactly.
and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Mm-hmm.
I love girls. I love them. But that's one of the biggest things.
Now, I like this one.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's very well engraved, and I can tell what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that I can't tell, I'm frustrated.
This is one of my favorite. I don't know why. I mean, it's just, it's newsprint looking color, cookies and creams, I guess.
No,
But you have to really get it in the light just right. And it's either an H or an I.
Oh, that would
I'm going to
aggravate.
say it's an H. No. Yeah, I think it's an H.
That would
Yeah.
aggravate me.
But it's like this on most of their resin hooks. I mean, it really is. Now, the ones that sparkle and stuff, those you can see pretty well.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I would
on
be
most of their,
really
and that's my one big
annoyed.
complaint about their resin hooks is that you can't always tell what it is unless you get it in the light just right.
Yep.
Now, see if they,
As the rest,
on this one, it would have been really good if they had etched it in black.
yes,
It really would have been. But
Or
that's what
red.
they should have done.
Or
or red, yes, just something to make it
something
stand out.
that's a contrast.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's my whole thing. It needs high contrast.
Mm-hmm.
You need high contrast
Yep.
on the tape measures and rulers.
Yep. That's why I said I don't like it whenever I have to go out and buy another gadget to tell me, like I said, on my hooks.
Yep.
Just don't like
Not
it.
everybody has 20/20 vision,
Mm-mm.
you know?
Speaking of furls, how many times is the size of the hook on the box that it
I
comes?
don't think I've ever seen it on my box.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Once in a blue moon.
Multiples.
It really frustrates me.
Mhm.
Yeah. I always have to mark the end of my box. If I'm not going to take it out of the box, like if I bought them to give away later or gift to someone, I always have to put my own marking on the box so I don't have to open it up, pull out the hook, and then twist again to see what hook size it is.
I
Yeah.
actually write it out on the
Mhm.
box. Light bounces off of yours. Yes, it does. I get very frustrated with it.
Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Shell.
Hello there, Michelle. How you doing, sweetie?
Michelle, what are your pet peeves when it comes to crochet, yarn, spinning, notions, hooks, all that stuff, patterns. What are your pet peeves? We've been laying all ours on the line. You know, just that stuff aggravates me, and it really does.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but what are you gonna do? You know, I really wish they would do a standardization of all the programs.
I tell you what, mine is, and I don't see this ever happening. I really don't. But I would love for us to get with just one system of naming stitches and stick with it.
Yes, though the Craft Yarn Council has that. Why can't we do that?
Yeah.
I love crochet too.
Yeah,
I
I just
did
Oh,
too.
the zebra hook, yes.
I did too. I haven't purchased it yet. It's very pretty.
it is. Well, I saw it go across the top of my thing.
I
I'm like,
have not purchased
don't
it yet.
try to look
I'm debating.
Oh.
I'm debating because I'm like, why? I'm not going to use it. Am I just going to collect it? What am I going to do with it?
Yeah, mine is more of a collection thing.
I mean, that really is what I was thinking. It's beautiful,
Right.
you know, but I'm like debating on whether or not I'm going to get it. I did like the Fjord.
I didn't get that one either.
I like Fjord. It's I was looking to see if I had it over here. I might have already put Fjord up. I like the Fjord hook. I thought that one was really pretty. I thought this was a very pretty hook.
Oh, yes. I love that blue
Gorgeous.
squirrel in it.
It's gorgeous.
It is very pretty.
Yeah.
I like it. But again,
Can you
too.
get 3 of them?
Or
you just get 1?
I got 2.
Oh, you got 2. Yes, but they were both totally different.
Completely different.
Yes.
There's the sizing. It's an H.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to see it.
I was gonna say.
Yeah. I've got one of those clear, well, not clear, the creamy white ones.
Uh-huh.
And
I
then
forgot what size it is.
it's hard to see it.
Yeah.
It's very hard to see it.
Yeah.
My other pet peeve is when it's with furls. When they make the metal streamlines, just come out with all the small sizes too.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Instead of
Yeah.
telling us we're gonna come out with the smaller ones later. How
Doing
much
that-
longer does it take to make the smaller ones? You know.
Hi, Rosalie.
Hello,
Hi,
Rosalie.
Just come out
Hello.
with the small ones as well. Don't
Yeah.
sit here and make us wait 6 months.
Or a
for the
year.
small ones.
I mean, Otis says hi.
Hello, Otis.
Otis. Yeah, because, you know, like Leah Reed needs some of the smaller hooks for amigurumis.
And we love their
The
metal
metal.
streamlines.
But if they don't do that, I can't, you know. I could use Odyssey in that, but I don't have them. I've been trying to get them secondhand, but people want so much money for them. That's another pet
Oh,
peeve.
yeah.
I will not use my furls for amigurumi. That's what snapped my amethyst.
Oh, my
But when
goodness.
you are price gouging
Yeah.
for an Odyssey hook and you're charging anywhere from $70 to a couple $100 for one Odyssey hook, I
That's
have a problem with that.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's just awful.
Yeah.
But they were doing that with Woogles too.
Yeah.
That's just ridiculous. I'll wait till it comes back in stock.
Yeah.
And they're bringing stuff back here and there.
Yes, they are.
They are. I find that disgusting. I do. I would never do that to someone.
No.
That's not my way. It's very sad. But that's how people are. You know. Does anybody else have any more pet peeves that they'd like to share with us? Because we're enjoying this.
Yes,
Yes.
we are.
It's a lot of fun sharing pet peeves, especially the knots in the yarn. I know you're supposed to expect one knot in the yarn, but I don't like to even have one knot.
No. But it is understandable,
Yeah.
like you said.
I can tolerate that.
Mhm.
Not in my hand dyed, but I
No,
can.
No.
hand dyed should not have any.
Nope. Right, Dan?
What?
Oh my gosh! Really?
Oh, goodness. Hand dyed yarn should not have any knots, period.
No.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm,
No. You're not.
no, thank you.
You're a mess.
I wouldn't be me if I wasn't a mess.
That's right. That's right.
That was funny. I'm just like, what?
I mean, I've only had one drink, so I can't even blame the drink.
I love you, Dan.
Wow.
Oh,
You got lost somewhere. Wow.
God. I zoned out, guys.
I was going to say, I think that's what
Wow.
happened.
That looks like a big Coors Light, though.
guys.
It's not even a light. I don't even know the difference.
That's a light. That's a Coors Light.
Yeah, it's a Coors Light.
I thought it was. He
Well, I've
told me it wasn't.
2 glasses of cranberry wine, so.
I had my big old strawberryta. I love these things.
Yeah, those are,
Actually, I've drunk my last one now, so there ain't going to be no drunk down on here.
Yeah. I need another one of these. This is 8% alcohol.
Mm.
And I need him to get me a couple more. I like these.
I don't even know what the alcohol is in that wine, but it was good.
I like that now. I like them. But I wanted to remind everybody that Twisted Fiber Friends will be on Sunday
That's
over at Dance Channel. The
I didn't even know it was in my channel.
Yes, it is. We were at Coco last week, so it's you this week.
So we're going to be over at Dance, the Paul Fly Guys, and wanted hope you guys join us. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, we'll enjoy that. I hope you guys have a beautiful weekend. I
Yes,
hope your
I hope so
weather
too.
turns out to be good.
Yes.
I do. I hope you guys stay safe and be kind to one another and just make the world a better place.
Yes. Please
And
always remember to be the light out there in the darkness for someone today, because you never know. Could be your light that they need to see.
And Sherry,
And smile at everybody you know and don't know. Make them think what you're up to.
That's right.
yeah. And Dan, how about you?
Bye. I don't know what to say, so I'm just like, bye.
Hi, that works
Yeah.
too.
We
Love
love
you
you
guys.
guys. Thank you so much for
Love you
joining
guys.
us. And thank you guys for watching the replay. We appreciate that. Please leave a comment below and hit those thumbs up. Let us know that you were here. We love you all.
Next week, whose channel is it on?
Hopefully we'll be on All Handmade Connie next
Yes.
Friday.
Yes,
Love you
go
guys.
check
Yes.
her out. Love you guys.
Thank you very
Bye,
much.
Bye now.